Hello guys. This is I think day end of me upload video and talk in front of the camera. And today I want to play again, and I want to play Summoner's War again. I think after that I'm gonna play another game, just like yesterday I play Magic Chess Go Go, but I talk in Indonesian. But now I'm gonna play Summoner's War because I'm not recorded it, but I play and maybe like some kind of uh, rage summon. I think I don't know 20, 30 mystical scroll. Try to find another Tekken collaboration character, especially Net 5. Maybe as you know that I got the first Net 5 of Tekken collaboration is uh, Nina Williams. Okay, water element Nina Williams. Net 5 support type monster. And then I think maybe is Huarang. It's not a net 5 but a net 4. A dark net 4. So it's pretty rare despite another like like uh, just like a red element or maybe a fire element, wind element, or maybe a water element. Dark element also rare, pretty rare, and I got Dark Hwarang, and I think this character is pretty cool with his skill set. And then I'm uh, maybe like 20, 30 mystical scroll, and I got my newest Tekken collaboration and one character that if you can say I not got yet, because you know there is Nina, there is Jin, there is Hwarang, and there is Paul. I got Nina. I already got Jin. It's net 4 water element Jin. I got Hwarang. There is the fire element and the dark. And now I got Paul Phoenix. It's a net 5, natural net 5 fire element, and it's Paul Phoenix. He is a HP type monster. His skill set really, you know, I think more to become a like a tank monster. Absorb all the damage and let the other attack. But his skill set is also useful to like a crowd control and maybe pretty good damage, because if you can see the skill 2 Big Bang Phoenix Smasher increase the attack bar of all ally by 15%. So if you want to build him as fast as you can, is also good. Attack the enemy to deal damage proportional to your max HP. So the bigger your HP, the bigger is your damage. Deals additional damage by 30% of your max HP when this attack does not land as a glancing hit. So if you like maybe have a good crit rate, this skill 3 can deal a lot of damage. And then skill 2 Phoenix Smasher, attack the enemy 2 times, first hit grant the irresistible effect. I don't know what is this effect, because I think this is a new effect, but I think it's mean that when you hit your enemy monster with this skill 2, maybe the effect make like there all the attack that you got with your debuff, it will stick to this enemy monster. I think like that. With a 30% chance, second hit stun for one turn, 50% chance the damage of this attack is proportionate to your max HP. Back again, the bigger your HP, the bigger is your damage. And the skill 1 provoke for one turn with 50% chance, but it will go up to 75. And the skill 2, you get the irresistible effect 50% chance, but the stun will up to 70%. The cooltime 3 turn, and the skill 3, the cooltime is 4 turn. So I think for Phoenix is for the fire element pretty decent. I think it's good. I don't know for the other. I don't see the description. So for the character for Phoenix, only the fire, the water, and the wind is the net 5, but the dark one and the light one is a natural 4 star. The water one, he get a passive for the third skill, strongest in the universe. Glancing hit occur with a 30% chance when you are attacked. So if you attack this one, there is a 30% chance it will glance, and it will up, I think. So if a fire monster attack this one, it can up into like 80% glancing hit, and when get glancing hit goes under threat state while enemy attack with single target skill one time. Okay, so again, this is a tank type monster. And for the wind one, another passive for the skill 3, Hot Blooded Destroyer, gain immunity against attack bar reduction effect. So you cannot decrease his attack bar. In addition, increase the attack bar of all allies by 15% whenever an ally skill could cooldown increase. So I think this Paul Phoenix, like, you know, it cannot be decreased the attack bar, but if your uh but if your monster have a skill cooldown and is increased, so it can increase the attack bar for all allies by 15%. I think the most good will be this one. The second one, I think the fire, I think. And the third one, it will be the water. Okay. So for the build, I use like this, will revenge and destroy rune, because I do not build as fast as possible. Even his skill 3 is increase the attack bar. The speed is only plus 103, so it's not very fast. But if you want him to become an opener, you can use like a swift, maybe swift revenge. I think it's good because the skill 1 provoke. So yeah, I think the swift revenge or swift destroy, it's pretty good for Phoenix. But for me, I use the will revenge and destroy set. I still not use the artifact, maybe later. So let's see what he can do. Let's go to the arena. Maybe just use the rifle. Okay. Let's put the Paul and maybe also Huarang. Yeah, Huarang. And Nina. How about we also use Jin? Okay, Jin is still, a 5-star. I did not increase him to 6-star. Just use it as a example. Okay, so Nina, I give him the most speed because his skill 2, Fluttering Key Shot, is attack the enemy 3 times, first hit remove beneficial effect, and the second and third hit decrease its defense. So it's pretty good. So let's try.
It's over.
Okay, the continuous damage is because her passive. And let's try the skill tree of Phoenix. Okay, 23. It also already include with the 30% damage. I think it's pretty good. You know, if you can make it right, it can one shot any other squishy monster. You know. Blackwing Fast for Jin. Attack damage to time increase or time the damage dealt increase as the enemy HP decrease. Okay, there is no irresistible effect, so it not landed, but it went for the stun. Okay, I think if you can see the fall Phoenix is more the tanky side. The Nina William, I think is good for player versus environment PvE. I think because his skill set is really good. Maybe yeah, maybe for Trial of Ascension. Yeah, I think it's very good. For Huarang, the Dark Huarang. For PvP, I think it's also good for the damage dealer, you know, because his skill is very, you know, it's a multiple hit also. So maybe for Dark Warang, it's good for the PvP and also good for the Necro. Yeah, I think it's good for Necro also. Motion effect, beneficial effect, and a soft attack bar. I think he also good for the Necro, but only for the damage dealer because there is the downside for this Dark Warang is he doesn't have any debuff in his skill set. Okay, maybe if you want to see, I also have a battle for the Interceptor Arena. So Interceptor Arena is mainly you will fight for the lineup defense against another server. So for example, I'm in Asia server and I can match and fight the lineup for another player that is in the China server. For example, like this one. So I already do some like battle. Now you can see he maybe like throw a lot of money to get this. Oh my god. So this is all a net 5 light and dark summon, and it's very hard you to get in the Summoner's War. So for example, for me, I play Summoner's War I think 10 years I think. I only get uh one Veronica and two Leona and this one Peter. So Peter is the first one, Leona is the second one, and Veronica. No. Peter is the first one, Veronica is the second one, and Leona is the third one. So you can see that I'm free to play. And for 10 years I play Summoners War, I only got 3 Net 5 Light and Dark Summon. But I think with this type of lineup, I just can look, like just straight up nuke. I think. Yep. Ready? Bye bye immunity. Range break. Attack buff. And zero skill. Simple as that. So no matter what, no matter how many you got a net 5 light and dark net 5, if you don't have any appropriate rune, it's just garbage, man. Okay, we got 3 fire scroll. So before I end this video, let's have another summon. So 1 mystical scroll and 3 fire scroll. Let's go, let's see what we got. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like this content, please subscribe and like, and I see you in another video, maybe with English, maybe with Bahasa. Okay, bye.